Dunvegan, Central Peace Mountain Lake.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In December, the ARCB released a draft of a new regulatory framework for unconventional oil and gas. This proposed new framework completely changes how regulations will happen. It will regulate plays instead of individual wells, and it will deal with performance outcomes rather than setting specific procedures. To do this, stakeholders, industry, and the regulator will have to work together to write an entirely new joint outcomes document. To the Minister of Energy, doesn't experimenting with an entirely new style of regulatory regime defeat the stated purpose of improving efficiency for the new regulator?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the honourable member has raised an important question, and it deals really with how do you ensure that you continue to have leading-edge regulatory capacity in the regulation of oil and gas business while technology is evolving dramatically. And so this will all fall under the responsibility of the Alberta Energy Regulator. We will have a new process by which the Policy Management Office in the Department of Energy will be able to play a role in defining policy, consulting with interested parties, including the honourable member or people he knows.
Honourable member.
Mr. Speaker, given that in the next month the new regulator will have to get up and running, integrate new environmental regulations, and now experiment with an entirely new type of regulatory regime for unconventional oil and gas, isn't the minister concerned that he may have put too much on the new regulator's plate and set it up for failure?
Well, Mr. Speaker, actually, we have 75 years of exceptional experience in this province of a regulator, going right back to the Turner Valley Conservation Board in 1938. I know, Mr. Speaker, you probably don't remember that either. But, you know, we have a long and an honourable history in this province, we have many changes that are imposed not by the minister but by the circumstances, by industry, by evolving technologies that ensures that science as well, that ensures that we actually have the appropriate level of regulatory oversight in this province.
Honourable member.
Mr. Speaker, given the greatest challenge for the energy industry is market access, and given that the world is demanding ever greater assurances on pipeline review, and given that the Energy Minister answered a question earlier saying that he would release the report by March 31st, why aren't the ARCB's resources being used to develop and promote top-notch pipeline integrity regulations rather than experimenting with an entirely new style of regulatory framework for unconventional oil and gas?
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to, it would be a nice world if we can live in a world where there's stuff we could ignore and other stuff that we could focus on. But in fact, we have the responsibility of dealing with all aspects of the energy industry, and that is all important to how we carry on business in this province. We ensure that we get the right balance between development and economic development, environmental concerns, and respecting landowners in the process with the new Alberta Energy Regulator. We have, this is a very important initiative, and it's going to be led by first-class people who are really dedicated to ensuring that we meet that balance and that we serve the interests of all Albertans.
The honourable member for Dunvegan, Central